Hey everybody, welcome to the live video. So for those of you who don't know, every day I am doing a series of live videos. I'm just going to alter that camera angle. Every day I do a series of live videos where I cover everything trading related, from stats to mindset, everything. So for the new people, please hit subscribe and then you will never miss one of these videos. If you don't know me, my name is Ryan Griffiths from the Betfair trading community, where we help traders go further faster by giving them access to our wicked stats software, forum software and everything else, and just trying to help them out really. So good morning guys, how are we all? I have just logged into my YouTube and it has asked me to verify this account, so I might not be able to get all of the conversations up, so I'll have to keep my eye out for that, because normally it lets me have a pop-out window, which is pretty cool, and then I can have that on the side. So let's have a little look today. It'd be great to see what everybody's up to. What are people up to? What have they been doing recently? What was the trades like yesterday? For some reason it's just popped up now, so I can actually get the control room up and get the chat. So we have Kim. Good morning, boss. Good morning to you as well, sir. Not throw the book at me. Got noise around this morning, hey? So yesterday we had a look at a couple of potential trades. We will go through them. I have my sheets downloaded. I am just going to have a look at what is taking my fancy today. Might not be low. So I'm just going to input that. Alright, it is all going crazy. Cool, so today main league's looking like Finland. Okay, I will come back to that in a moment. The first thing I'm going to do is take out the rest. Oh man, we're looking at coming in for 14. Tomorrow and over the weekend we have proper football back. Proper football. None of this international crap that I'm so sick of. For those of you who don't know me, I really don't like the international. I like the big tournaments because they're at the end of the year, or the end of the season. The others they just drive me mad. Drive me absolutely bloody balmy. So we're going to have a look at what happened yesterday. I already know. I'm not going to shy away from it. It wasn't a good... the stats looked good. The trade didn't. So yesterday we had a look at the stats on a game in Thailand, which was Bangkok United versus Ubon, which was a game that all the stats looked like. Well, all the stats actually looked like Bangkok would have taken the first goal, which was quite good. That did happen. Sadly, we didn't trade that. Well, I didn't trade that. We were looking at a 0-0 at half-time, a 1-0 at half-time, or a 0-1 at half-time. And we were going to lay the current score because there was a really high average goals over the games of over 3, so it looked like there would have been a couple more goals. So 39 minutes, a goal came in the first half, taking it to 1-0, which put us in a nice position, to be honest. I mean, I wish they'd have waited a little bit longer, and then we'd have had a 0-0, which would have been even better. But I actually did lay the 1-0 around sort of 60 minutes, and yeah, it stayed 1-0. The game finished 1-0. I didn't think that was going to happen, but it did. So yeah, it's a losing trade. They happen. This is the real world of trading. I'm not, as I say, I'm never going to shy away from losing trades, because it can't always be sunshine and roses. So for those of you who've watched my videos before, especially the one where I had a really bad losing day the day before. So yeah, that was a losing trade. There's not much we can do about it. This kind of trading for me has been profitable across a whole host of games. So it's just one of those things. Pair that with my laptop yesterday was just unbelievably annoying. Like, it just unbelievably annoying. Just keeps crashing and crashing and crashing and crashing, which was quite frustrating. But that is getting fixed today, so I'm so excited, super excited for that. So let's have a look as well at what else we had yesterday. So we had yesterday the Martic. We had a couple of games. Actually, okay, so the Martic Brody game never really got to where we needed it to be. If you look at the point by point, that set finished 6-1 to Martic. Not a problem for us. The Brengle, as I said, I love Monica. I think she's a cracking player. That one, that never hit the 3-3 or the 4-4, but it did hit 5-5. That was a strange, tough set. That was a good one. That was a great one to watch as well, actually. But Brengle did retire in that match, so something obviously was happening there. Not a problem. So that was yesterday. Let's have a quick look at the comments. So Kim had only one trade, which was buying 2, where it was 0-1 around 73 minutes. Laid the current score at 4-1. Fantastic, great trade. Great trade, that. Good, interesting question here, guys. So what is the process that you guys use when looking at these? I'm just looking at potentially trying to develop something that can help. Got this idea that I could have a sort of a flash scores style site where we pull in the data that we have automatically, because we've got the stats, so we can actually tell you what percentage of the next goals over 1.5, over 0.5, over 2.5 would be. So just for example, I bet there's no game in play right now, but I wondered if some crazy league was. But just say there was a game that kicked off now. We'll use, say, the HJK one. Yeah, use HJK versus Mariehamn. That kicks off tonight this afternoon at 4:30. So imagine if that was 0-0 at half time, and then it told you the match stats is live. It said 0-0. The score currently is 0-0. But then you could click it and just drop below that would give you the second half over 0.5, the over 1.5s, the over 2.5s, the over 3.5s, or any other. And then also tell you the average time for the goals scored, the average goals in that game. Would that be of use to you guys, and how could I build upon it? What would you want from it? So that's just a little something to think about. I am just looking in the forum, see what else is happening. To see what's happening. Interesting, so my Peru stuff. Cool, so what do we have today? Let's have a little look. So the main stuff for me is It's Finland. I do like trading in Finland. I love the Nordic bees. Propaganda. Good morning. So I do like the leagues in Finland, and I really like HJK screens out to start with anyway. At 40%, 0-0 half time, drop to 5%, which is a pretty good one. I'm just going to move the forum over onto my other screen as well, so I've got it. Let's have a little look. HJK, so top of the league, 25 games played. Mariehamn have played 26 games. Top of extremely amazing 7 points. Over 0.5 in the second half, we have 80%. 80%. Lovely jubbly. Over 1.5, 60% in the second half, 80% in the game. Do you know what? This actually fell in for that. For potential, sometimes in games, what I've been doing recently is splitting my stake into two and dropping into the 1.5 goals market at different entry points. So I am just looking at, so it's HJK Helsinki. They are majorly short. 1.21 on the over over 1.5. Okay, cool. For me, whoa. So the big drop here is the 40% 0-0 at half time, right down to 5% at full time. That's a 35% difference, an average of 1.9 goals in the second half. That for me fits into a couple of filters, a couple of ways that I trade. So that is definitely something I'm going to monitor in play. So I'm going to write that one down. HJK Helsinki, 13th. So at the 13th of the 9th. So we've got HJK versus IFK. Okay, so 0-0 at half time. We've got an LCS there, providing there is action. Good morning, Frode. How are you doing? Interesting to see what you're going to be up to today. If you've just joined us, I've just looked at the HJK versus Mariehamn trade. That's one I think I'm going to be looking at. The average first goal time is 48 minutes on that as well. So looks like you could get to 0-0 at half time. That'd be quite a good one. And then we can do an LCS there. What else have I got? Let's have a look at this SJK game as well. See what else we can find today. I do like Finland. I am over 0.5 on that one. Yes, I was tempted by that as well. But I would have to get involved in the over 1.5 roughly around sort of 50 minutes, which again is another option if you don't want to lay the correct score. If that game is very, very, very exciting, I might even do the two trades in there, because I do think the over 1.5 would be quite a good one. SJK, did that fit for something else? Yes, it did. SJK versus TPS. Let's have a little look. The price on the away team is 3.9. The home team is 2.18. So what I'm now looking for is goal sequences, scored and conceded. So we have SJK scoring on average the first goal 60% of the time. TPS, right, they concede first 80% of the time. 80% of the time. Now, the form isn't great for SJK. TPS is worse, they're second bottom. So it might not be one to definitely get involved in, but one to watch there, guys. So you've got the stat there that 80% of the time TPS score they concede first, sorry, and the average first goal comes in the 46th minute, but they concede on average. They concede first goal 29 minutes when you combine them overall, and they concede 36 minutes. So have a look for that one. That could potentially be something to go and delve a little bit deeper on if that's what you want. So I'm just going through a couple of things here now, see what else we can find. Sequences, percentages, home and away, sequences, scored, conceded. So one that I really did like the look of, I did like the look of the Honka game, but it's just the away team. So the home team in Finland score first 80% of the time, but the away team, Honka, first to concede sort of 40% of the time, so it's probably not really going to be one to go on. But I liked it because the home team were 3.0 on the Betfair Exchange, 3.0, and I just thought that was pretty good, really. When, especially if you look at Honka's form away, it's not brilliant. Yeah, it's not brilliant their form away, actually. Margins. Yeah, they've lost a couple of games recently, and yeah, their form's not brilliant. Let's have a look at the half-time scores on that. 30% half-time, 0-0, which dropped to 10%. Not really for me, but potentially looking at the home team on that one. But again, you need to check out a little bit more, but that's what the stats are slightly suggesting. That game also looks like it could have some goals in it. That'll fit another filter for goals. So over 1.5, 90%. The goals coming there. Okay, so let me have a look. Average first goal time of 24 minutes. Okay. Average of goals there. It's not too bad, 2.9 goals. No. Okay, so not really finding too much today, finding a few little bits and bobs that Honka only lost 3 times away at 13 this season. Yeah, so it's not looking like a cracking trade. It's looking like it might be there, but you need more information on it, to be honest. I think it's going to have goals in it. That's where I think it's there. I think it's got goals in it. I think that'll be the way to do that one. For me, probably split your stakes up, and looking at the goal times, so split your stakes up, looking at the goal times, the average first goal comes at 24 minutes. So can we get on that one to 30 minutes? Can we get to 30 minutes on that one? And then can we get to 30 minutes? Can it be 0-0? If it can, we can back the over 1.5 goals, and then we can split that stake and then back it again at like 60 minutes and be out by 70. That might be the play there, but that would need a little bit more research. It's probably not one I'm going to get involved in, to be honest. Mainly going to stick to that HJK one for me today. I'm going to do some more research on that one to really filter that one through today. Yeah, and then the Honka game, probably, if you're looking at that, I think it's going to be goals, as Propaganda has said, pointed out quite rightly, about their away form this season. So I think it's going to be goals there. I think that's the one, the play there. I'm just going to export this sheet, make a note of this. 13, no. Cool. Close that one down. What does everybody else have planned for today trading wise? Well, even just normally, what have you got? What's happening? What are you guys up to today? Interesting to know what your trading days look like, especially like as some of you, where are you watching this from? Are you at work? There's a lot of WTA tennis day, so I'm now moving over to the tennis to have a little look. Okie dokie. See what's happening there. The tennis down the 3-3-4-4 is Martic. So Quebec City. Right, football there. Tennis there. 3-3-4-4. So I'm just literally going through stats, guys. That's what these videos are about. To just try and highlight certain stats in the morning to hopefully have a bit of discussion around them and just try and get your brains ticking about different ways of trading and different angles and things like that. Just, you know, is there anything that we can come up with together? Just really get you going on that. Okay. What is happening? I'm just looking through everything. So yeah, it's just trying to get those sort of in your head. So Mark, work for you. Oh, what do you do, if you don't mind me asking? So we've got 3-3. I'm going to do the tennis. I'm going to send that out soon. I'm at home. Can't find too much problem. That is a big thing. I think it amazes people when I talk about how many trades I actually do per day, and it's usually sort of 3 to 5. Sometimes not even that, sometimes it's 1 or 2. And it just amazes people because there's so much happening. But it goes back to that trading plan and that research of I know how I want to trade and I know the kinds of trades that I want to do. So that is what I'll do. I do have some stuff that I have automated. So like some of the football stuff I've got automated, and some tennis stuff I'll automate. It's good to see you guys talking as well to each other. So Propagandy is asking Frode what he will scalp. So he's going to scalp for 10 ticks in the Inter Turku versus VPS game under 2.5. This is something that we talk a fair bit about in the community, actually, the under 2.5 scalping, and it's a really good time decay trade for me, because just go onto any game and find a game that is not going to have many goals early doors, and just try and get in for the first 10-15 ticks and watch it come in. And if a goal in the first half, then you'll scalp 5 ticks on the under 2.5 as well, which is fantastic. 10 ticks, about 10% on stake. Yes, fantastic. It's a great way of trading, Frode, and it's one that I do and I really enjoy. I think it is a cracker, and I know Martin is very good at it, and he does talk in great detail about it in the community, and he does share his selections and they get emailed out to people. And I know we've got, I think Simon as well now on the community is also doing it. Let me have a little look. Oh, there's a lot going on the cricket. So I think Simon is has been doing it as well. Quite a few guys have been trading under 2.5s and doing quite well from it. Just reading some of Frode's trading plans, which he's put up in the community. Thank you, buddy. Oh, one from me. There's so many to go through. Cool. So yeah, on the tennis, the game today is the Martic Gorovtsova game, 3-3-4-4. While I'm here, is there any stats people wanna get on games that they've had a look at today? Tennis or football? Just remember a stop loss if a goal goes in. Yeah. And then under 2.5 scalps, you've got to have a stop loss, and you've got to accept that, you know, sometimes goals are going to happen, and you've just got to go with it. And you've got to be prepared for that. And I'm so excited to get this laptop fixed. Well, hopefully they'll fix it. I hope so. On tennis, you will back Jabeur a set or a breakdown. I don't know if there is any. There's no one set one next game on. That's your 3 trades for today. I'm probably not going to be far behind you on a couple of trades actually. I think it's going to be quite quiet for me today. Probably have maybe 2. I'm going to go through the tennis and see if there is anything I can find in a bit, but I'm not sure, especially with me having to take this laptop in. But yeah, Frode, thank you for sharing your 3 trades. Some water. Yeah, interesting to know as well about sort of in-play bits and bobs and what I can help create. So we've got a lot of stats, give you the picture before the game. I'd really like to try and have something that can help you in the game with some sort of live score thing. I really don't know what to call it. You know, it's really don't know what to call it, but I would like it to be sort of, as I described at the start of the video, if we've got a game that's in play, it's at 20 minutes or 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and give you a rundown of stats that could happen there. So that's propaganda. Isn't the Spanish Cup good for under trading? I don't really do cups, to be honest. So I won't be able to sort of help with that one. Sadly, I've never really got involved in cup stuff because I just like stats. I like to have stats. I like to see the stats. I like to know them, and I think cup is just so out there that you've got teams that will put out a youth team effectively. So yeah, I keep away from the cups personally, which is sort of narrowing down things a lot and does make it harder some days to find selections. But then that's the thing, when you're laser focused and you know exactly what you want to do and what you want to trade on, then it does make life much easier, and you do find the trades that are just specific to you. Yeah, the poor stats about it's a big problem. It is a problem. So yeah, that's a bit of a quick one today, guys. Only trade leagues and Champions League. Kim, do you look to make a certain amount per day, week or month? I don't actually. I take a sort of more quarter route on it, and I don't even look to make X. Is I think personally being driven by a X target would make me trade very differently, and I would be sort of potentially fall into overstaking if I'd had a bad day or a bad week or a bad month. So then I'd be trying to maybe chase it up. I've got to hit that target. I look to be profitable across the quarters of the year. And I am constantly assessing that at the end of the quarter, so looking through everything, and I think then that allows me to have a more longer term view of it. So I don't take chances on trades. I do the trades that I know have worked consistently a longer period, and then I protect the bank as well, so I'm not staking massively. Just sort of like 5% of my stakes, 5% of my bank, and then over the course of the quarter, then I look back and see, okay, this is still working, this has been profitable, this hasn't. So yeah, I don't look to make a certain amount per day, week or month, because I think it'd be quite difficult, and you might do a trade just because, literally just because. Whereas when there's a quarter, you can sort of have that mindset that there is always another trade, and you've got so long to get those other trades in, instead of if it's a week and it's come to the end of the week and it's a little bit, it's a bit tricky. Then yeah, and I've always, I mean, is it Daily 25? I think it might be called Daily 25, which is a betting blog. Yeah, it is daily25.com, and that's where I learned about the quarters from. So Daily 25, he tried to make $250 a day from sports betting, but it was averaged out over the year. And he spoke about quarters in one of his really old blog posts, and I just loved it. I loved this blog post, and he was talking about how actually for the whole quarter, it was like the last 2 weeks where he made all the profit. And that just really resonated with me, and I thought, if I did the same, would I be happy? Yes, I would. And then I started looking at it in quarters, and he's an Aussie guy. It's a great blog to read. I'll tell you what, I'll put the link in here as well so you guys can check it out. I mean, he keeps these, so his amount bet is insane. It is crazy. His return on turnover, his profit and loss, and he does some pretty cool things. It's definitely one I would look at. He has some huge stakes as well. It's crazy, but there is some good articles in there, especially about the sort of the older stuff, where he was talking about, you know, the quarters and how the mentality side of things work, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so does anybody have any questions, guys? I would love to get him on the blog post, actually, on this video to interview. So I'm actually going to add him to my list of people. Thanks for the link. No, it's a good one. It's a good one to check out. And if anyone does have any links or anything that they think would be a benefit, then please let me know. Or is there anybody who you do follow who you think would be good for an interview? I've got a couple of people lined up who I think could be pretty good, who I know. So people like Steve, etc., etc. But yeah, it'd be good to get some of the guys that you watch on YouTube or you follow on Twitter and get them on and have a bit of a chat, and let's try and find out where they learn from, and yeah, let's try and do it. So I also have, as well, I've just remembered, I need to get, so I am currently doing as well it's going to run for a whole month, starts today, and this is a link that everybody will be able to enter, and it's completely free. like totally free. All you need to do is enter this and you could win one free month of BTC. This applies to absolutely everybody as well. Members, new members, old members, members who have left, new people, people who've never been involved, anything. So the link is there. I'm going to populate that around all the socials as well. There is 3 ways to enter, and you can get bonus entries as well. So you can actually get 3 entries into this competition. So the first one is to answer a question, which is a really simple question. I won't tell you what it is. If you click the link, you'll be able to find out. The second one is to become a subscriber of the YouTube channel. And the third one is to visit BTC on Facebook. So you don't have to like us, you just have to visit us. But liking would be nice. So I'm going to share this all over. And yeah, it's just, to be honest, the question is just, I'm trying to get more questions out of people. I'm trying to get what you are struggling with when it comes to trading, so that I can, in future, can feed more content, can feed more videos around things that are actually going to help you, and try and develop stuff that can help you, because we're all in this trading stuff together, and if all of us collectively are very, very intelligent, so by putting us all together we can hopefully create some really cool stuff, and also it's a bit of fun. So if you want to enter, I've put the link below. You can do that, you can share that as well, that'd be fantastic. Would it be possible to become an affiliate for BTC if I could bring you members? Yes, everybody is available to become an affiliate. We actually really like people to become affiliates that aren't the massive, I mean, we like the big guys as well, but the members we found are the best affiliates. So people who are members, who want to be members, have tried it out, and you can effectively end up getting your membership paid for you by getting a couple of affiliates on. So Propagandy, if you send me an email, info@betfairtradingcommunity.com, then I'll get that sorted out for you. And yeah, I love affiliates. I love people saying about how great BTC is instead of just me. But yeah, and I'm always on this train to get BTC to be the best website for trading that there is, because I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that is the video for today, guys. I'll be shooting off now. I will be back again tomorrow, and we will do, what is the name of the blog post, Frode, in the Daily 25? Oh man, do you know what? It was so long ago. It was like ancient. We're talking years. I should have really bookmarked it. I think I did bookmark it on my last laptop, and then that crashed. So I will, do you know what, Frode? I'm going to have a look at that and see if I can find it for you. So I'll have a look at that. I'll add that onto my sheet, see if I can find it, and see what I can do. So yeah, I'm going to shoot off today, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for joining me, Frode. I will look for that blog post and see if I can find it. If not, I'll try and recreate it in my brain. So yeah, I will see you all soon, guys. Have a great day trading, or at work, or home, wherever you are today. And if you need me, just email me, info@betfairtradingcommunity.com.